a lonely day. She's not here. Empty driveway. Nowhere to be seen. America. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday. I about said Saturday, April 7th. This morning, my buddy took my truck to work, and that's where the gears are getting swapped out at. He's a GM of four-wheel parts here in Moore, Oklahoma. They got everything going, got everything disassembled. I'll show you guys some pictures here shortly of the process of it getting torn down, and then hopefully I can get some pictures later on of it getting put back together. Did run into a little bit of a hiccup with the correct actual part number for the rear install kit. So on Summit's website, they have the correct part number, and it says 2003 and newer. That doesn't mean current. So 2003 to 2010 is what this kit fits. It changes after that because the bearings for the rear differential carrier bearing, actually, they're a lot bigger. And I'll put that picture in here as well. You're gonna see the actual bearings that came with the kit that I ordered, and then the ones that were actually installed in the truck. Got on the phone with Summit, talked to a guy over there in the customer service named Nash, told him my problem, and he was freaking awesome. He just let me know, hey, I personally called Nitto before I talked to them so I could get the correct part number that I needed. My buddy James told me it was the same part number that I have, but it was like on the end of it was a B. So let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, it was just a NGA MKAAM 11.5 / or it wasn't nothing, and then it was the correct part number is NGA / MKAAM 11.5 / Bravo. So the B is what you need if your truck is older than a 2010, because the bearings for the carrier assembly itself actually are a hell of a lot bigger, almost twice the size. So it costs a little bit more price difference when it comes to the correct kit and the kit that I got. But since it was their hiccup, because they said 2003 to newer, they were kind enough to just not charge me the additional like 50 bucks, which was awesome. So I was gonna see if we can get it overnighted. Apparently it's gonna be overnighted anyway, so it should be here tomorrow. It's coming out of Dallas to OKC. The truck's tore apart on the rack right now. There is one other thing I had to replace, was gonna be the U-joints. Those are going pretty bad. Truck's only got 30,000 miles on it, but it's had 37s on it pretty much its entire life. So those are starting to give a little, so I might as well just went ahead and knock those out. It was like 140 bucks for just the parts, and they were just gonna throw them in since it was already disassembled, and charge me like 20 bucks labor. So I'm gonna let them knock that out. There's another thing, is there is a seal for the intermediate shaft in the front axle that they needed to replace since they were going to tear it apart. They said they could have reused it, but I'm glad they didn't. They just said, hey, you want to replace it? It's like 25 bucks. So I did that as well. That's really the only additional cost that I had to come out of pocket with the install, or parts, I guess, for this kit, were the U-joints, which weren't part of it, but it's good to just do it now while it's apart. And I'm going to need some new bushings for my my control arms for the lift kit. Those are starting to wear down a little bit. I'm going to talk to BDS, see what kind of deal we can work out, since it's only got about 30,000 miles on it. I understand it's a big truck and it's got 37s on it, so they may wear out a little quicker, but I'll talk to BDS and see what I can figure out with them. Well, I just got off the phone with James again, and just another almost scare came up. So the front carrier of the gear itself from the factory, or from AAM, American Axle Manufacturing, has 342 and then a dash and then a 373. Kind of threw them off a little bit. I got off the phone. I called Nitto right away just to make sure. I know Cam said something about a ring adapter that he had to use for his truck. I called Nitto before just to make sure I didn't need that. So what we did was we clarified it that you don't need it. The 9 1/4 ring actually fits on the carrier no matter what. It's not what are they called? It doesn't cut at any time, or it doesn't have a cap. So it could go all the way up to like a 513 or something if they needed it, from a 343. So it's just kind of threw those guys off, but they clarified it with them as well, just to make sure they were good. And everything should be going back together here this afternoon for the front. But other than that, that is the first day issues, kind of hiccups we had, and I guess they had. But what we're gonna do is just get those parts in tomorrow, and hopefully we'll wrap it up. So far everything else is looking pretty good, and if any more hiccups come up, I'll let you guys know and keep you guys in the loop, and you should find out by the end of this video. Alright guys, as you guys just seen, there were some clips of the truck torn down and some pictures that were just scanning across, so hopefully you enjoyed those. I'll try to get some more of the back end tomorrow, or the rear diff, so you guys can see that. But I just want to bring you guys inside to the house a little bit, since I'm always in the garage, and show you the future like area where I'm going to actually be doing all my editing and stuff. I'm in the process of making a desk for my laptop and everything like that. And as you guys can see kind of behind me, I got my grandpa's uniform from 46, he was Staff Sergeant Marine Corps, and then my dad's uniform, retired chief in 2004. So military runs pretty deep in my blood, all the way back as I can remember. So this will be the this eventually will be the, you know, I guess you could say the editing area for the YouTube channel. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. Hopefully I'll have another video up tomorrow about the rear diff and how everything went with that, and hopefully the parts are getting here on time so we can just wrap it up. So once again, thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next upload.